All right, I've got Marc's directions off of Google Drive on how to install his clamp system. I've got all the parts here, the Nordlock washers, and the new pans, and all the bolts that are needed. And so now, pop the cover off, remove the drive system, and install the clamp. All right, I got the cover off, and you can see this bolt doesn't look like it's exactly perpendicular, so it's probably bent already. And that one maybe as well. We'll see when we get it out. So using a magnet and some vice grips, I pulled this out, and the magnet secured the inside pieces and to keep them from falling. Did both sides. And now I've got the actuator loose at the top. I didn't take out the anodized brackets because it's kind of hard to get to those inside bolts. We'll see if I can get away without totally removing the actuator. And be careful with the micro switches down there. So I went ahead and removed the actuator. It wasn't that hard, just took the bolt out of the MKNG3 on the nose, and it lifted right out. And it was a good thing too, because when I put the clamps on, the holes weren't exactly where they needed to be, so I wouldn't have been able to see that if I left the actuator in the plane. So taking it out, laying it where I could work on it easily, a lot easier to get this to go where it needed to be in position. This plus the instructions call for putting a 15/1000 inch shim, tightening these two bolts, and then remove the two pans, install, and then oh yeah, these need to be torqued, I believe. I'll have to look at the instructions again. But anyway, you're not going to get to these two bolts very easily once this actuator is installed. Well, I got everything back together, wires hooked up, test run up and down several times, and it actually makes less noise than it used to. It used to kind of clunk, 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 and it doesn't do that anymore. So cool.